Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm watching Why Die by CGP Grey. You know guys, if you're dying, why die? Just live. It's that simple. This video really reminds me of that meme, if you're homeless, just buy a house. So let's check it out. Link to the original video will be down in the description below.
When do you want to die? The Reaper is busy, but he can fit you in
70
right now.
years?
Too soon? Later perhaps?
60, 70
Future
years?
you will keep the appointment, old and with a life fully lived, perhaps ever so slightly bored and ready. Now you might think that, but when the appointment whippersnapper you sets comes, it is not in the future, because you don't live in the future. You always live in the now, and thus you always die now. Because the Reaper comes for all eventually, humans have formed a relationship with death perverse. Like a hostage who grows to love their kidnapper, humans tell themselves the handful of decades the Reaper gives them is just the right length, that living a truly long and healthy life would get boring.
I mean, here's the thing. Once you get to the age of 60, 70, 80, your body starts to just break down slowly. You're gonna get sick, you're gonna have some sort of diseases. At that point, you're not really living, you're just constantly sick with something. You got a ton of medical problems. Like, I get it. There are reasons to keep going, but if I was 80 and I had some really bad illnesses, I would be like, whatever. I've lived 80 years, that's enough.
And would be unnatural. And imagine all the problems if death took a holiday. And so the Reaper of Age whispers that he is your friend, always near, growing humans bigger, stronger, healthier, and smarter.
And then killing them.
First, then comes his harvest of slow rot. Death is a part of life, he whispers. Death gives life meaning. This is madness. Misery doesn't give happiness meaning. Happiness is meaning itself. If you tortured people to make them better appreciate the pleasures of life, you would be a monster, just like this guy. No parent would ask the Reaper of Age to wrinkle their child's skin, weaken their bones, dim their vision and their minds, cripple them in 1,000 ways over decades to ultimately kill them, to give their life meaning. But what can you do? The world contains pain and death, and so your brain believes the sweet lies that the horrors you can't avoid are good for you. And while death is a part of life, cholera was a part of life until humans developed wells and sewers to separate water from waste. Short-sightedness is a part of life.
Oh, that's completely different though. Death is a normal part of life. It happens to everybody eventually. Things like cholera and other diseases, they just sped up the process of death. Cholera was something you can cure, but death isn't. Death is a constant. You can't escape it.
Until it isn't. Just because a thing is natural doesn't make it good or necessary. It's natural to live lives nasty, brutish, and short, and it's natural for humans to look at what indifferent nature provides as the starting point, as a to-do list. Where humans focus, technology ever improves, and with that, the ability to make lives better ever improves. And just now, some basic tools with real promise to slow or halt the decay are becoming visible on the horizon, which raises the question, just how strong is the Reaper of Age? With enough time and attention, can humans craft these basic tools into shields and swords to keep him at bay?
Can humans eventually become immortal?
Perhaps. And if so,
Doubtful.
the first immortal generation may...
I mean, I guess theoretically, if you somehow managed to make artificial organs that last forever, or that you can just replace every 20 to 30 years, if not more than that, and just replace every organ in your body once the old one fails, I guess you could theoretically live forever? But how are you going to replace the brain? No, you wouldn't even replace the brain, because if you replace your brain, you're going to lose all your memories. You're a whole different person at that point. So no, it's just not possible. Unless you somehow manage to turn everything that's in your brain, all the memories and everything, into data that you can store and transfer to a new brain so you can actually replace it. But at that point, you're not even a human, you're just a robot, because everything is just artificial. I just don't see a way that humans could possibly live forever while still remaining human. You'd have to give up your humanity for immortality, once or if that becomes achievable at some point in the future.
Be alive today, a generation that lives a healthy adulthood as long as they wish to. But to make that happen, brains need to be cleared of the millennia of death acceptance. Death is not a solution to future problems imagined. Faced with the changes longer lives will bring, humans will not miss the Reaper and construct one to solve their problems. Just as with our larger cities, we don't remix the water to bring back cholera. Humans must discard the learned helplessness the Reaper and their own brains have imposed on them, to instead see the rot and decay not as natural and inevitable, but as a degenerative disease to be attacked like all the others, as the degenerative disease that affects 100% of the population and is a source of misery untold. Misery not in your distant future, but in your now. And how soon we start the project of focusing our attention and shaping our tools against the Reaper matters. For the difference of but a day might determine what side of the future chasm you find yourself on, journeying forever forward or falling backward into the abyss.
Is it too late for you? We probably won't win the war against
Why
death
is Kuz
because
gesagt
death is
hier?
all-powerful, but we might be able to win the battle against the next best thing, aging itself.
What?
There's a realistic chance that you might live a longer and healthier life, but should we really do it? We explore this in our video.
Okay, so they collaborated on this. Yeah, trying to find a way to stop people from aging and dying doesn't sound like a good idea to me. I kind of disagree with this video. See, trying to find better cures and other solutions to stop people from suffering as they grow older so that they don't feel as much pain when their bodies start breaking down, definitely a good thing. Trying to stop death and aging, definitely a bad thing because, come on, we all know that if that was possible, only certain people would be able to get that option. The rich and the powerful. So we would have them living a lot longer, possibly forever, while everyone else still just dies. Stuff like, I feel like a solution like this would never be distributed to the public. It would only be for certain individuals. But that's just my opinion. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing and leaving a like. If you're interested, why not watch this video right here? And with that, I hope I'll see you in the next video.